my baby boos, and welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, hey, hi, how are you? What it do? My name is Alyssa, and I am the girl with the plum bob tattoo. Welcome to the channel. So today we are building an Egyptian palace for our Princess Kiya of Egypt. Well, she's more like a queen of Egypt because she never really had like a king and queen, mother and father in the first place. And yeah, so she is ruling her own palace in Egypt. And if you couldn't already tell, we are building in Strangerville, and that is for a great reason. At the time of recording this, it was the night before Nando's release on the Trip to Egypt mod, and I really wanted to play with it and do like a little mod review on it. And I also want to bring her back to the channel, at least for one more episode of the History Legacy, because we do have an Egyptian mod that we can actually play with now. So if you didn't know, I think I should have a video already up right now that explains it kind of showcases the mod and everything. But yeah, so we have a new like Egypt kind of world with Nando's Trip to Egypt mod. So we will be playing with that a little bit. I'm gonna be bringing her back to my History Legacy challenge just for at least one episode, just so we can, I don't know, just play with her a little bit more. I don't know. We had an Egypt in Oasis Springs, but I ended up getting rid of that so that we could play with the Wild West a little bit more. And yeah, we used Strangerville as well, but now that I'm not using it anymore, we can use it for Egypt. And I thought it was perfect, brilliant, and amazing that he actually overrode whatever Strangerville so that we could use it for Egypt. If you couldn't tell, I'm just super hyped about having Egypt in the game now. Y'all, we really need more worlds in The Sims 4. Like this mod was done so well that it literally felt like it was like a legitimate kind of pack from The Sims. Like, he did such a good job on it, and the items that come with the mod are amazing. Unfortunately, at the time I was recording this, it was the night before that I had access to the pack, so I don't have any of the objects from his mod in this build. I thought you should know. If you had just clicked on this because you thought that I was going to use his CC in a build, yeah, no, I couldn't. I'm sorry. I wanted to. I really did. I was so excited for this mod that I literally popped up, and it was 2 a.m. when I started building. It's 12 a.m. while I'm recording right now, so that's just a me issue, I guess. I don't know. But I don't know why. I just decided that I wanted an outdoor courtyard right smack in the middle of the palace. So we have a beautiful courtyard out there. I do go in at the end and I put in some terrain paints and everything, but when I reloaded my game earlier today, apparently the terrain paints were gone. So I don't know if anyone else is having that glitch where your terrain paint is literally just not there anymore, but yeah, that's been happening to me. I don't know about you, but it's been happening to me. So anyways, yeah, this is just her new palace. I didn't really have a huge reason to build her a new palace, to be honest, other than the fact that it's not in Oasis Springs anymore. Well, really, I think the main reason was that, yeah, it wasn't in Oasis Springs anymore, and then I had to kind of downsize as well, because the original property that I gave her was a 50 by 50 property, and this one I think is 40 by 30 if I'm not mistaken. I think it's one of the larger properties in Strangerville, and we have it smack on top of the plateau thingy-mabobber, so canyon, I don't know, whatever. Anyways, yeah, so we have the kitchen going on right now. I don't know, guys. This was just really fun. I miss having my early civilizational kind of time period on the channel as well. That really was a fun era to kind of play in, and this just kind of gave me the early civilization vibes that I was desperately missing from earlier in my Let's Play. So if you guys haven't been watching my History Legacy Let's Play, I really would I don't know, recommend it. I don't know, just me, but yeah, if you haven't seen it, I really do recommend it, especially if you love history and The Sims and, the history in The Sims. I mean, it just makes sense. It just does. history was never actually my favorite like subject in school for some reason. Like I just didn't like it as much as, I don't know, like English. I don't know what my issue was. Like history, I think it was just because there's so much stuff to remember, whereas like, okay, like for instance in math you could just like remember things because there's like a code to it, whereas with history every time I'd get like quizzed on something I'd have to remember dates and names and like occurrences, and it just didn't work out. I don't have a great memory, okay? I mean, I shouldn't explain why I don't have a great memory. I mean, okay, let's just put it this way, okay? I have about as good a memory as Leo from that 70s show. If you get the reference, you get the reference. I'm not going to spell it out for you because, again, this is a Sims video and I might have some younger kids watching. Though I did look at my analytics and apparently a lot of, not kids, actually. Not children, like teens and young adults watch my LP, which is, or not my LP, like the majority of my videos on my channel. So I'm not really too worried about little kids like watching, but I mean, there are some, I'm not gonna lie, there are some little kids, but I try to keep my mouth kind of like zipped when it comes to, you know, bad things or swearing, or I don't do a great job, but you know, it's my channel, okay? I will decide what I want on my channel or what I want to say. I don't know. So I'm kind of getting ahead of myself. Like I'm speaking really fast because I get really nervous when the big red recording button is on when I'm doing these voiceovers, because I literally have to sit here and watch my video and figure out what I want to talk about. So, you know, it's a lot and I'm not used to it because I can, you know, jump cut with normal videos, which I'm sure you're used to by now if you've watched my videos, and I can't do that. Well, I can, I guess, when I voiceover, but I don't really like to because you know, I'll start talking about like a part of my build that you're not at yet, because like I'll, you know, size down my voice recording thingy-mabobbers, and I'm not trying to do that. And so yeah, here we are. You can hear me breathing, which is a huge, I don't know why is breathing such a huge self-esteem issue. I have like I'm self-conscious about breathing on like you hearing me breathe. And I've never been actually like really honest about that either. Like I'm not honest about it, but I'm being honest now, so I hope you appreciate that. Anyways, we are in the courtyard part right now. I love how it turned out. I don't know why I added it. There's really like no reason for it. There's just a fountain in the middle, and then I put some couches and some plants and stuff. Yeah. But I don't know. I think it's just a really pretty part of the entire palace because, you know, it just explains like how nice the weather is in Egypt too. Like, I mean, shoot, she isn't worried about snow or anything coming down, so she doesn't care. Rain is a different issue. I think it does rain in Strangerville, but we're not going to talk about that. Honestly, I do want to put a glass roof over the top. Like, I want to go back in and do that because she is a vampire. I completely forgot to do that. I mean, it would make more sense to put like a glass roof on. You still get the sunlight through and everything, but it's covered so she won't sizzle, like have a sizzle in epidermis or whatever. So we're in the kitchen now. I don't know. It's kind of a standard kitchen. It's really big. There was a lot of space to work with. So I'm not really good with kitchens, to be completely honest. Like I put a lot of counters just on the edges, and then, you know, like maybe I'll throw in, you know, one of those things, the bar. I think that's it. Is that what it's called? Like a bar counter thing? I usually throw one of those in just to like make up for some space, because I always make my kitchens way too gosh darn big. See what I do? I'm doing it again. I almost swore again. I mean, listen, I'm 26, okay? I swear sometimes. Honestly, you should hear me when I'm not recording. Like, I cuss like a sailor when it's just me and my husband. We're just, you know, we just goof around and we just cuss a lot. I don't know, we just cuss. We just do. It's only really a problem when I'm recording or he is at my grandma's house, and he has like such a hard time, you know, censoring himself when he's at my grandparents' house. And I'm just like, every time, because I can do it no problem. I can censor myself no problem when I'm around my grandparents, because they're, you know, like these big Christians, and they don't even like to say fart. Like when I was a kid, they would literally tell me, Alyssa, don't say fart, like say toot. And I'm like, it's the same thing though. Like she just really just doesn't like the word. I don't know, I guess the word just kind of has like a harsh tone to it. I don't know. I'm not my grandma. So, but anyways, like, she wouldn't let us say even fart. So like him coming over and like we get really into a conversation, he'll be like, you know, like the F word, and she'll just give him, not her. I have a husband, not a wife. Oh my God. She would give him like the side eye, and I would catch on to it, and I would just be like, dude, like, I don't know. It's just hard for me to cuss around my grandma. Like, I don't feel like an adult when I'm around my grandma. I don't know if anyone else feels that way. Like, no matter how old I get, like, I feel like a kid around my grandma, just because I've always been a kid around my grandma, and like, I don't know. I feel like I haven't been an adult for that long, and it's just weird. Anyways, the build. So we are in like a guest bedroom. Actually, never mind. Well, no, yeah, we're still in a guest bedroom. I'm like confused because like I jump so much in this video, but I'll show you like a collage of the pictures. Well, some of the pictures that I took after I made it, so hopefully it won't be way too fast. I hope it's not too fast for you guys. I had to speed it up quite a bit. It's like over 1,000% sped up just because I don't know, I wanted to make this video not too long because every time I do, because my builds are usually around 2.5 hours, 2 hours. So when I speed it up, it can be like pretty long even still. Like I think one of my builds that I did was like 20 minutes long. Not too far out, like not like pretty recently, but yeah. So yeah, I'm trying to cut them down just a little bit more, but I feel like it might be a little too fast. Let me know what you think. And let me know what you think about the build in general. We're pretty much wrapping it up. I'm going to add some more terrain paints and everything like that, but then we'll be pretty much done. If you haven't seen my mod review on the trip to Egypt, I would really, well, I mean, I would recommend watching it. It is my video, and I do work really hard on them, and I would just love it if you looked at it. Anyways, let me know what you think in the comments down below. I really appreciate watching, and I will see you all in my very next one. Bye, loves. Mwah.
An ocean, a cave, a dream that no one could save, a shelter, a whole act, a light that died with the night. You and I, we got our differences, yet I thought we were more alike than unlike. Months of rain and chest pain, what's the plan? Heavy breathe and stay insane. Grab my hand. Everything is great inside this narrow maze. We speak but oh nothing. We run our separate ways. Do you ever think about